Hello, Monsters Abound here, and welcome back. It's Total War Warhammer 3 and part 18 of my Kugath campaign, where last time we were beaten by Yao Ming. No, Miao Ying, that's it. To the fortress of Zinch. After dicking about in the... Oh. I'm going to call next, that's easy. Just go and kick the shit out of people. I can do that. Kicking the shit out of people's fine. Let's get preferred straits, and we're going to take Kislev. We're going to take Kislev because fuck it, that's what we're doing. I'm going to take Kislev. I'm going to take Prague, and then that'll leave them with. I mean, hopefully that'll tear the heart out of Kislev and leave them struggling. I mean, it's unlikely, but with any luck. Grand Vomitus. I think I'm just going to keep you here, and then you can sort of react. Mind you, if we send. You know what, I've changed my mind. Come here. Because we sent the Greenskins packing. In fact, what I might do is that one, and that one. Go and spread that down there. With any luck, that'll keep you busy. For a little while, anyway. Poor Wahammer, cool. Right, anyway, so, if these mountains don't have anyone in them, I might get Grand Vomitus to go and grab them for us. Meanwhile, Andrew is going to clear out the mountains down here. I mean, it must be rats here. But the scaling corruption is dropping, so maybe not. Kislev is blobbed up in this corner over here, but we're going to go and we've just snuck in behind them. The disappointment of losing out on Soul is immeasurable, especially because I wouldn't have minded if we hadn't bothered, but I don't know how many turns we spent dicking about in there, but it was too much. I think the best thing to do is not worry about the little points to get the buffs. It's just to just run for. Oh, I probably could have gone through. Well, no, they'll probably get. It doesn't matter anyway. We could have gone through Armor Slash, but I decided that Goldtooth might be a little bit far down. We could have maybe got one of the rewards, but you're just going to get straight in there, aren't you? Oh, you. Did you fail? Did you fail? If you failed, I've never seen the AI fail at getting a soul. Nope, you succeeded. Right, good. Well, we would have got kicked out anyway. So, one of the nice things is actually that they've got buboes, which means they get more attrition when under siege, which is actually very useful for us. I think we're going to need some siege towers. Make them rot. I'm going to have to be careful though, because I don't know. I mean, at least these. I mean, Jesus, they've got a lot of armies here, but they're all riddled with plague. So that's something. Just all slowly suffering attrition. Even in camp stance, right? Right. You are... I mean, you are recruiting. So I'm hoping, yes. Okay, good. Right, we are... Give it a couple of turns. Mind you, we're taking attrition, aren't we? We're taking attrition. They're taking attrition. Can we take the city, do we think? It says valiant defeat. I think it's worth a shot. So it turns out rotflies are good at knocking things off the walls. As we can see, there's a lot of people now raining down from above, and immediately the enemy abandon the wall. I mean, we are right. I mean, thanks to Vanguard deployment, we're right up against that wall, and they are going to bug out of there almost immediately. Just sent so many of them flying. Jesus, look how many bodies there are down here. Yikes. Like, yikes. Yeesh. That's why they need. That's why they need railings. I've been saying it for games for literally since Warhammer 1. I've been saying you need hand railings. That's, you know, they've got them up here. That's good. But frankly, that looks just like dodgy construction to me. Very dodgy. Anyway, the Soul Grinders, Mr. Blobby, Aretha Franklin. We've also got Cuddles and Crow Botherer and Kugath and Weird Al Stankovic and everyone. All of our main like single units are now pushing through into the into Kislev itself. More and more units pushing forward to try and hold us back. We're sending out the Rotflies to hunt down these missile units. They are going to be the real issue. So if we can hunt them down, wipe them out, then all the better. Now what I should have done, and I don't do this until later, is sent the Plague Bearers up on the walls. I was like, maybe I can send them through the gates. But actually, what I should have thought about is they've got those missile attacks, haven't they? If I put them on the wall, they can rain death heads down on everyone nearby, and that's going to do a lot of damage. Meanwhile, we continue to push, and there's a barricade here, which is going to do. It's going to debuff anyone in the area. It's actually a really good place for it because that's going to reduce everyone's melee attack by 15% and speed as everyone's around it. So actually, a really, you know, good position for it. Oh, a Boil there doing a huge amount of damage, breaking a lot of units and clearing out. Because I mean, there's a lot of shit going on here. The Elemental Bear, he's a big boy. That's real. And look how many units are now trying to pull out of that. I mean, the Griffin Legion taking catastrophic damage from that. The Rotflies, I mean, some of them may die, but that's a risk I'm willing for them to take. Because if we can grab Kislev, if we can grab Kislev, so the Rotflies are expendable. We can always replace them. Now, the Soul Grinders, of course, are artillery units, but they're actually very, very good in melee combat anyway. I mean, if we have... There's Adele. 58 melee attack, 58 melee defense, 400... I mean, they are very good in melee combat. Obviously, they've got their artillery shots, which are also very good. Oh, so many deep locusts of contagion coming in there, doing so much damage. And we now have Plague Bearers up on those walls. Definitely what I should have been doing. They can start to rain that death head down on those units. You can see picking them off. The Plague, the Rotflies even holding those missile units. And yeah, we're gonna lose some of them over here, like over here where we've got bogged down. But we can also then come over here and sort of knock out some of these flying units. You can see the balance of power is now firmly with us. We've lost 50. They've lost 700. And they've lost, I mean, look at this. Look at all this cavalry. They threw it away. And that Elemental Bear is getting torn to shreds now. Now it doesn't have the cover of the enemy cavalry. It's now being focused by everything we've got here. And that is going to go down very, very quickly. The enemy general is almost down as well. He's down to 244 hit points. Our Soul Grinders, Aretha Franklin and Adele, taking the Elemental Bear from both sides. And it's down. And we're now free to push into Kislev itself. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I mean, we could have attacked anywhere here. It's a big old city, but we decided to attack over here. It's my choice. I decided, to be honest, having seen how good the Rotflies are, I probably would have preferred them to put more units up on the walls so I could knock them off. Let's get Aretha Franklin to engage that heavy war sled, because those things will not do particularly well against a large entity such as this. Caval's also moving in. Those armoured Cossars are trying to do some damage. And then comes Mr. Blobby and Kugath. Backed up by Adele. Plague Bearers slowly meandering up. They've been hit by frostbite, which means their speed is very, very slow. Although, to be honest, I think there is a limit on how slow they can actually move. I think there's also an upper limit on how fast units can move. So basically, the speed will make them move faster or slower, but there is like an upper and lower limit. And as such, I don't think it's actually affecting us all that much. I don't think the Plague Bearers can actually move much slower than they already do. Kugath right there in the melee. I mean, you've got a nice barricade there, but when we're attacking both sides of it, it's very tricky to know which way you want to go. The Rotfly, I mean, we're going to lose a lot of Rotflies. Never mind. We got this. We got this. Crow Botherer is chasing units around. We need to take this victory location. You can see it's got a lot of stuff there. Lots of barricades and towers that they've upgraded, so if we can grab that, that'll be a big deal. The Soul Grinders now using their artillery shots. Oh, Mr. Blobby, are you okay, buddy? You get knocked down. Was that... Did Aretha Franklin knock you down? Armoured Cossars trying to regain the ground. Look, though, we're gaining this victory location, this minor supply point. It may be a minor supply point, but it's providing a lot of defences for Kislev. And there we go, we've got it. And looks like Kislev now pulling away from that supply location. Or are they pulling back? It's hard to tell. Are they going to try and retake it, or are they trying to pull back? They've got a lot of infantry here who are now sort of surrounded and cut off. As our Plague Bearers move up from behind them, and then in front of them, they've got Kugath, Mr. Blobby, Aretha Franklin. Basically, it's that's absolute slaughter. Where you running, boys? I think you'll find this is my town now. Oh, even some Empire Spearmen joining the party. Not for very long. The party's over. Plaguefather is not amused. And looks like army loss is now taking effect. And the garrison is fleeing the field. Well, we may have lost out on the Daemon Soul, but we've got Kislev. Let's replace our buggies.
Require only the most infectious.
I'm tempted to get another Soul Grinder.
Join the grandest.
Let's do something like that. And I mean, we could always do that. As much as I love Cuddles, I think we're going to get rid of her. Sorry, Cuddles, and then we'll do that. Some furs. Large count of more mundane, but the terrible runes Sinjin the furs. Yes, that'll do it. That will do it. Let's get some control. Obviously wants, I mean, growth is not super necessary, so let's just get some corruption. And mean, chance of spreading a plague. Considering we're right in the centre of Kislev here, if we do something like this, then the chance of spreading that plague far and wide is pretty high. I'm hoping that's done a lot of damage to Kislev. That's the dream. And we want to make this a very tanky location, so there's plenty of... Wait, what's that do? Auto-construct building. No. Didn't even know that was a thing. Okay, well, good. Glad I've been paying attention.
Father Nurgle.
Hello? Interesting. God, they don't stop coming, do they? Let's get that, because that's going to increase... I mean, to be honest, this is quite... Having Kislev is quite nice, because we're going to get the extra income from this as well. And so that'll just boost up all of that income. So hopefully it'll be quite a good settlement to have. What I want to try and do is take Prague as well. If we can take Prague, it's quite tanky. But it doesn't have an army, and we took them out pretty easily. That wasn't too bad. I mean, yeah, we lost our Rotflies. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing for them to make. Stitch! What do I want you to have? Stream of Corruption? Sure. And hopefully we can get rid of this, because every capital has 25% chance. I mean, once we've constructed that, it's another 50% chance, so hopefully that'll get rid of that. And we can continue meandering. The -7, I mean, the campaign line of sight I'm not too worried about, but it's the -7 Winds of Magic, because of course there's a demon army. We get bad things happen if we are below 34 Winds of Magic power reserve. So I want to try and make sure that's kept tippity top. Yeah, I want to take Prague. If we take Prague, maybe we can just, like, put a stop to their advance. Are there rats here? I'm gonna... Right, because I... Really?
The Fly Master.
Alright. 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 Okay. Was not expecting that. It's just completely empty. Got to be a little bit careful, but I'm hoping what Kugath can do is, like, harass and raid and burn down some of the nearby settlements. Because that'll give us, like, 4.5k, make our way to Prague, grab that. Just we want to keep around Kislev for a bit, just to make sure that the garrison gets built up and the buildings get built up so it's safe. Because I don't want to lose it. But look at these guys. Their armies are fucked. I mean, they do have an army there. But these guys are all just slowly taking attrition. I'm feeling good about this. We lost a soul. Never mind. That's an issue. Scarbrand's an issue. Scarbrand could be an issue. He is getting slightly... He's been quite far away, but he's getting closer.
Sickliness is next to godliness.
Hello, Scrag. I'm assuming that his hygiene isn't great. Non-aggression, and you're going to even give me money for it. I will take your money. Thanks. Okay, what are you doing? You're mobilizing against them, are you? Okay, good. Ah, Phaedrian's back! Phaedrian! Bloody Phaedrian. Right, you come over here. I want to see what's going on. You're all ridden with plague. That is good. Got a little army up there. And we are ruddy surrounded. But that is fine. There's no settlement within one turn of us, is there? you within 1 turn? No. That's okay. What I can do is meander up here. Obviously, public order's not great. Did you just Slanesh corruption? It'll be fine. Let's do a little ambushettes. I mean, worst case scenario. What plague do you have? If you Kogath, are you not plagued? Kogath. Kogath. What are you doing, mate? Let's... You know what? I might do this one. Do I want to do this? 20% physical resistance is quite nice. I think I'm going to do this. So let's give us 20% physical resistance for everyone. So everyone has 45% physical resistance. Which is good. What about the Great Unclean ones? What have they got? 45? 40%. I mean, that's, you know, pretty good. If Valmir makes his way down here, we'll bop him. Andrew has got that. That's fine. And there doesn't actually... I mean, apart from... Where did that vampire army go to?
Warlord of his clan.
Hello.
You witness much power.
I mean, you're not at war with me, which is a change. It's a weird feeling when you see someone who's not trying to kill you. Okay, you come down here. Got to be a little bit careful with the money, but... I mean, especially because actually, for once, no one's trying to kill us, and that could actually be a problem. Like, normally when people are trying to kill us, it's fine, because it gives me money, but currently no one is trying to kill me. That slight issue. Right, everyone's got plague here. 5 turns, 4 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns. In that case, Valmir, you just stay there. Just keep an eye on things. And we'll do some sacking and raiding and all that kind of good stuff, and hopefully build up... Oh, I do want to do that, but that would literally be all of my money, and then I'd be bankrupt. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. Oh, I don't like Scarbrand getting closer like this. He's now 2 settlements away, and I've got no one up there.
Behold, my alchemical and biological wonders.
Heyo. What do you want? Join against the... I mean, if you're at war with them, knock yourself out. I'm kind of... I'm at war... Look, I'm at war with a lot of people at the moment, Maggot. And I need some time to just deal with things in my own way. Okay? Look, I've had a rough time in the realm of Zinch. And, I just feel like I don't know why you're showing me this, because I can't actually see what's going on there. It's just it's a void. But I've got some things to work through in my own time, and I don't need the saber skin on my back at the same time. Thanks. Thanks for understanding. Kugath out. Well, at least for once, they're fighting between each other, because the Lemurian vampires just attacked Howling Rock and knocked that out, so that's good. That's something. Kislev's got a plague. Good for them. I mean, they probably will have a rebellion, but that's fine. If anything, that's just more money for us. Right, we'll bop you. Just going to sack that. Apparently that's a thing. Let's head back here to get some replenishment, but that's giving us the money. What I might actually do is swap. Because Andrew is too important to just go around grabbing settlements. So we'll send Grand Vomitus to go and do that. Andrew will go and hit Silver Pinnacle. I mean, he might be able to come through the mountains. If we can maybe knock out the dwarf. At least if we can, like, take out some of this dwarf action down here.
I have no time for this.
If we can take out some of this dwarf action, that would be good. Also, hello. Success. Perfect. That has knocked that army on its ass. I mean, they've got a lot of armies, but a lot of plague. Did Valmir get... He got wounded again. Okay, that's fine. That's just pretty much standard for Valmir at this point. I don't like being surrounded by Ostland, but I do like that Kislev seem to be struggling. They've got this stack here, so Stephen is not plagued. That has to change. I don't know if this does double damage, but fuck it, we'll take it anyway. And do something like that.
Cultist of the plague god.
Okay. How are we feeling about things?
The joy of disease.
I mean, there is the joy of disease. Yes, that is true. Let's increase our mobility, because the faster we can move, the better. The faster we can come down to Silver Pinnacle. How much income is there? 5,600. That would be quite nice. Grab that monies. Kislev's actually making us, 500. That's not bad. And the Falls of Doom could do with upgrading, because then you are better holding off against the greenskins. My constant thought... I mean, if I didn't have to worry about the greenskins, Kislev, at this point, would be smushed. Or at least not currently hanging around the coastline, huddled up. The problem is, they don't have any personal space. There's none of that social distancing, is there? And that's why they're all riddled. Oh, good for Kislev. More plague. What have you got this time? Okay, what have you got? Okay, that's fine. Oh, look. You are in range. I'm tempted to do that. How's Kislev doing? It's doing 3 turns per rebellion. That's not the worst thing. What kind of garrison do we have here? I mean, it's fairly large. We're not going to lose anyone.
Nurgle's love shields us.
Seeing as it is just a quick sack, I probably need to give you that one. Head back to Kislev, replenish. Everything is a-okay. And we've got some money, which is the important thing, and plenty of infections. Are you marching, my little friends? That is a mistake. Now, why do I think this is going to hurt? Yeah, that really did hurt. Never mind. We can take it. There's no one else nearby. We'll grab the Silver Pinnacle. I think we'll come through the mountains, and then we can attack Kislev on its flank. And at that point, I think the dwarves should be pretty beaten back. Maybe.
Cultist.
Okay, let's give you plague. Excellent. You've got plague. We can assault you. Failed, but never mind.
Blasphemy! Blasphemy! I serve Ursa.
Oh, shut up, you hairy hobo. Alright, I think we're okay. I am somewhat concerned about... Where is he? Scarbrand. He's around here somewhere. Because he's close to the Vale of Nightmares, and at that point he's like right next to the sunken sewers, and that's a problem. But I guess that's a problem we'll worry about next time. At least we took to Kislev. And maybe we can head north, grab Prague. And then what are they going to do? Because, I mean, most of their other settlements don't make a huge amount of money. So they, I mean, even with the cheats for the AI economy, they're still not going to be... Erengrad's making them the most income. But if we've got Kislev, and if we can grab Prague, that's 2 of the 3 major settlements knocked out. Maybe at that point, the rest of the demonic hordes of chaos can pull their fucking finger out and do some work. But I'll have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.